Hello and welcome to BETT 2010, the leading educational technology show here at London's Olympia. Over 700 suppliers have braved the cold Arctic weather to showcase their hot, new and exciting products. And some 30,000 visitors are expected, possibly by sledge, over the next 4 days. Well, I'll be talking to some of these suppliers in the programme, but first, here's a glimpse of what's on offer. One man who knows everything that's BETT is Ray Barker, Director of the British Educational Suppliers Association. Ray, it's lovely to see you again.
See you.
Are there any new show features or themes this year?
Well, two big new features this year. One is called Playful Learning. And that's about the impact of games and the games industry on education and how we can use games in an educational way and how we can inspire young people using that. And Professor Heppel is dealing with that, Stan, so it's a good place to go. And the second big feature is about future learning spaces, and it's not just about what is a classroom, it's what is a learning space, what's necessary to be in there to make the maximum of technology so young people learn more and are more interested in what they're doing. So you'll find furniture, you'll find all sorts of fantastic gizmos in there, which may be the way of the future.
Now you have an overview of all the exhibitors here. Is there anything in particular that's caught your eye?
Too many exhibitors. There are over 700 exhibitors here. They've all got great stuff, so I'm not going to say one thing about anything like that. I think two things drive what they produce and drive what you'll find at the show. And one is about the practitioner. This is a very practitioner-led show. There's a huge CPD program, there's a training zone. It's all about what those teachers can learn here, how they can be inspired, how they can go back in the classroom to make the most of that technology with their young people. And the second thing, you'll find a lot of young people here this year because it's all going to be about pupil voice, learner voice, and what they want in their classrooms, what kind of technologies they want, how they want to be taught. Google are here for the first time this year, YouTube are here for the first time this year, so those kind of technologies, the ones that young people are using, those are going to be the way of the future, so we can't ignore that, and that's what's going to happen.
Sounds fantastic. Have a great show.
Thank you very much.
Well, Craig Dow-Santa of Raw Educate is showcasing their dramatically revised e-safety software, Us Online version 2. We caught up with Craig just before the show.
Us Online is a online delivered module where we actually look at e-safety, security and responsible use of the internet for children from Key Stage 1 right through to Key Stage 4. We realised that it was really difficult for teachers to get their heads around these issues. We wanted to actually, if you like, support the teachers in understanding the issues, how children are using this wonderful resource, what are the pitfalls there, and how they might go about sort of helping students out and getting the debate in the classroom. It's not just about cyberbullying or stranger danger, it's about the whole gamut. So password control, who owns what on the internet and how you can use it, right across the whole spectrum of issues. We have experts, we have teacher forums, we have students talking about what they're doing relevant to that particular issue. We supply the learning objectives for each of those issues and also a lesson plan. We've tried to actually take quite a holistic approach because teachers are very busy people, they're time poor, and to actually have to visit 8 different websites to find this information, it's just not feasible. That's why we've actually tried with the teachers to actually make it simple enough that anybody, whether it be the history teacher, the geography teacher, can actually get their head around these issues. We try not to differentiate between being a good citizen offline as being a good citizen online. You've got rights, but you've also got responsibilities. So, and I actually think that is where it needs to be.
I'm here at the Shakespeare in Bits stand where we're going to have a look at their new product that they've launched. Michael's here from Dublin to tell us all about it. And your first title is Romeo and Juliet. Can you tell us how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. This is for an integrated approach to learning and teaching Shakespeare that combines the best of film, textbooks, notes, annotations, modern versions. I can show you how it works here.
Oh, yes,
this is the main play scene. You can see we have the entire play fully animated.
My naked weapon is out.
And that alongside the original text here. So what we have here is our unique inline translation feature where you can click on any yellow highlighted terms and you get a brief modern translation,
Okay.
which then goes away so you don't get too used to looking at the modern text. We also have inline analysis notes to explain kind of longer passages and sections. For each individual section that each scene is broken into, we have section notes that explain the action in that scene, as well as a full scene synopsis. You can click on every character name. Sometimes you're reading, you forget who the character is, so we hope to kind of alleviate that by having easy access to that, as well as a navigatable scene index here, and any other things that you might expect to find in a textbook, such as analyses, quotes, language, imagery. This is one of my favorite features, a character map, which explains all of the relationships between the characters in the play.
So who would this be aimed at?
This would be aimed at levels from Key Stage 3 through GCSE and GCE, either at teachers who want to display it to their teams in class to display to their students, or to students themselves who want to get ahead with kind of really learning and understanding the play.
That's brilliant, Michael. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, Stripey Design is another new company demonstrating a new product here, Anithings. We spoke to Anithings creator Stephen Taylor when he demonstrated the software with Monica Sharma and her class of budding animators.
Anithings allows children to make their own animated cartoons.
Who likes cartoons? Yay! That's everyone.
And it does it in a new way. So it's not based on stop frame animation. It works simply by allowing the children to drag the things onto the screen that they want to use in their cartoon, such as different characters or shapes. And then they can create an animation by just recording the motion with the mouse. The product has been trialled with all primary age ranges, from reception up to year 6. So in reception they'll typically just drag on a few characters and create a very simple animation by dragging them around the screen. But the older children can make multi-scene animations and really think about a story that they want to tell with the animation. Children's animations can be uploaded to a website or embedded into a learning platform so they can share them with other people. I wanted it to be a product that children felt that they enjoy using rather than feeling like it was a task or work. They feel like they're playing with the software, and the end results I think reflect that.
I really like Anithings. I think it's very easy for the children to use, it's child friendly, it's appealing to them. It's all clear on the screen for them to look at, and they can find things very easily. Their reactions are very positive, they were excited, they were completely engaged with the programme. I would use it from reception right up to year 6, because the outcome and what the children do with it I think will be totally different, but I think it would cover all ages.
My taste in music could be described as square, to coin a 60s phrase, but it's not often you come across a square musical instrument. We have it here, it's the Skoog. And Ben, you're launching it this year, tell us about it.
Yeah, the Skoog is a new musical instrument for people who, for whatever reason, can't play a traditional acoustic instrument. It's a soft, tactile USB controller for software on a computer, which allows you to play a range of instruments, such as the flute.
Okay.
And then you have a different note on each side.
Fantastic. And can you customise that? Can you change instruments?
You can change instruments and you can change notes, so there's a range of instruments. It currently has 10 instruments, so you could change it to a more percussive sound, like a marimba. And also you can work with standard pentatonic scales or load in your own selection of notes, such as these. And then if you know what order to play them in, then you can play a tune, such as this.
Fantastic. Now, are these surfaces, are they touch sensitive at all?
They are. They're sensitive to a range of different movements. They're pressure sensitive, but the object is also sensitive to twisting and tilting and squeezing, which allows you to create different expressive effects.
And is it exclusively aimed at special needs?
It was developed originally for special education, but because it works for those of the most challenging circumstances, it really is an instrument that works for everyone, all ages and all abilities.
It's great stuff, Ben. Best of luck with that.
Thanks very much.
Well, every year the prestigious BETT Awards recognise outstanding achievement in educational technology. So let's have a look at some of this year's nominees. Mantra Lingua's multi-language recorder pen designed for helping AFL students is nominated in the Digital Devices section. Creator's integrated web-based toolbox for creative work is a nominee in the Tools for Learning and Teaching group. A contender in the Secondary FE and Skills Digital Content section is the learning game Global Conflicts Palestine by Serious Games Interactive. And Optilec's FarView Portable Video Magnifier has been nominated in the Special Educational Needs Solutions category. And our very own Teachers TV website is up for nominations in the Digital Connections and Resource Banks categories. Best of luck to all the nominees. Well, a regular exhibitor here at BETT is Boardworks, and they're launching their MyWorks package. It's a learning assessment tool for VLEs. Well, we spoke to Boardworks' Paul Robinson to find out more.
MyWorks is a formative assessment package specifically designed for your VLE. So what that consists of is approximately 150 quizzes which the teacher can then assign to the student through the VLE, and then the quiz score will actually be fed back through to the VLE for the teachers to see the next day. Now there's 4 types of quizzes in it. There's mini quizzes, which are for day-to-day homeworks, super quizzes, which are twice the size, and they're more for kind of end of topic, end of half-term assessments. Then there's extension quizzes for the more able students, links well with the gifted and talented, and then there's skills quizzes as well. That's more like analysing data and interpretation skills. MyWorks actually gives an assessment for the pupil as well, so it gives a raw score that will then feed through to the VLE so the teacher can actually see how each student's progressing and whether they've actually completed the homework or not. For the pupils, it's a fun, interactive, engaging homework. So rather than taking home your textbooks and having to read big paragraphs, you've got something which is interactive and actually gives you the answers straight away. Then it'll take you to a recap slide if you've got it wrong, so then they can learn and progress from that. It's very, very comprehensive, so the whole curriculum is covered, so there's always going to be a quiz there for the teacher to assign to the student, no matter where in the curriculum they're currently teaching.
Do you know what? I've always wanted to do this, particularly with the extreme weather we've been having of late. We're here at Kudlian software stand where they're demonstrating their Weather Studio package. And James over here is going to tell me about how it works. Let's have a look at it.
Hi Matthew. So at the moment we're in Recording Studio. If we go back into Map Editor, we can actually add a new map to our project. We can choose from the range of maps, or we can add any map that we choose from our hard drive as well.
Okay.
We just drag a few symbols on. The weather here is not particularly good today. And if we bring on the temperature as well, some of the symbols as well as them animating, if I double click on ones like this, I change the temperature. For a low temperature, the colour will change to be blue to show that it's cold. Once you've got your maps on, you can then start to work on your script.
So which area of the curriculum would this fit into, do you think?
This is really a cross-curricular product. Although it's aimed at weather and geography, children are developing their English skills by working on their script, their collaboration with their peers, their presentation skills, their ICT skills. So we really aim it as a cross-curricular package.
Certainly is. And the age group?
Key Stage 2 and also Key Stages 3 and 4.
Okay, so we've got our map. What happens next?
Once we're happy with our map, we then go back into Recording Studio. This is where we can set things up. We can check that our auto script is at a comfortable speed.
Okay, we see the script, yeah.
And then we can hit record and go for a take.
Right, let's give it a go. Right, so that's counted on. I'm going to get back over here just to stand in front of the camera to see how it works. 3, 2, 1. So if I move around, you can see me chatting. Okay, so we say we've done our forecast. What happens next?
Once we finish, we hit stop. That will then play back what we've done.
There we are.
And then we can hit the export button, which will export our finished mover.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Well, that's it from the BETT Show 2010. We've had a great day here. Now, the show runs until Saturday, but in case you can't get here in person, then log on to www.teachers.tv/BETT for more information. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.